So welcome back everyone. See you again in this second section. And now we are going to study about the writing shooter, the comparison paragraph part 4 revising and proofreading on page 98. Okay. So what did you study in the first section everyone? You have studied the listening to the news too, right? About the ebook whole next chapter, right? And what we have discussed so far, we talk about the Kindle, right? And it is a useful tool in order to install or the ebook, okay, or download book from Amazon.com, and we use it in variety of way. We sell not to carry too much or too many books with you, okay. And to continue our lesson about writing, teacher also would like to review about what have you learned yesterday, everyone. Okay, and you have learned the comparison signal here, like similarly, likewise, also too, and you have practiced the revising in between the serum, and sumo sport. Okay, part of like this is part of wrestling. Okay, one originated in Korea and one originated in Japan. So both traditional Asian sports. Okay, and then you have to work on the changing the underlined word that is wrong, like the word then, and finally after that you have to substitute those words that are able to use in order to fix this meaning correctly. Okay, and like the word then here we change to first, and finally here we change to then next. Okay, like this. And now we go like to continue about the contrast signal. You see here the contrast signal that you have learned so far. We have the sentence connectors like in contrast, like on the other hand, and however. Normally this word it followed by the comma and with the sentence, and coordinating conjunction like the word but and yet. But to show the contrast, yet also to show the contrast, but in the negative meaning. Okay, and subordinating conjunction like while, well as, although, even though, those, and other like differently, different from, unlike, or differ. So this is the contrast signal that you can use it in the comparative paragraph writing, right? Okay. So without further ado, teacher would like you to looking back to our lesson here, like using the constructive structure. So like the word like more, less, adjective, plus with adverb or okay, and then plus with then to compare. So remember, if we use the comparative adverb, we use more or less. Okay, and after that we plus with verb. Okay, like subject, verb, more or less, plus with adverb, plus with then. If we use the adjective, we use a subject to be, more or less, plus with adjective, plus with then. Okay, example like eating out is usually more expensive than cooking at home. Another comparative adjective like or, like my bedroom is bigger than my sister's room. So this is we can use the comparative adjective here in order to make the sentence constructive. Okay, we use but, we use while, and we use though here. Like I enjoy eating fruit for dessert, but while those my friend like chocolate. So we use but, while, or though here to show the contrast meaning. Okay, contrast from the first sentence to another sentence. The first one, they enjoy fruit or eating fruit, but my friend like chocolate. So fruit and chocolate are different, right? And not the same as like this book isn't the same as the one you bought, not as. So some people feel that doing exercise isn't as fun as watching TV. So as and as here we call like the positive degree of the adjective, but we use isn't mean the negative one. Okay, different from like in contrast that teacher have already explained at the moment. Normally, it standard in the beginning of the sentence, and we have to use comma here. Okay, comma. And however, also use in the beginning of the sentence, and we use the comma here also. Okay. On the other hand, the same. So in contrast, however, on the other hand, they use in the beginning of the sentence, and we have to use the comma. Okay, everyone. So now, can you try to complete this exercise, everyone? Like we use the above word that we have learned at the moment, like comparative adjective or comparative adverb. Not the same as, not as, different from, like in contrast, however, on the other hand, right? Okay, let's check. We have four sentences that you have to complete. Okay. The first one, like some tourists enjoy going on organized tour. Many other tourists prefer traveling on their own. So organized tour means it managed by a company or by a tour company that they plan and they manage group of people in order to reserve, okay, or to do the reservation at the hotel, at the place for eating or all. And the other, prefer traveling, on their own. So what are you going to complete here, everyone? To show the contrast meaning, we have but, we have while, or we have though, right? So you can use three of these to complete here. Letter B, the two books are very each other. So what are you going to complete here? The cost of studying in a college or university in Britain, is high one. In many other countries, the cost is much lower. Changes in technologies are occurring, quickly in the past. So what are you going to complete here, everyone? So teacher let you like a few seconds to complete here. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. Okay, we move to okay, so we have like number one, we can complete like but, while, or those, and number two, different from. Okay, and number three, or letter C, on the other hand, or you can use like however, and the last one, more, and then. So the first one, example like letter D, like changes in technology are occurring, more than, more quickly than in the past. Okay, and now we move to our practice, okay, in the book. So just fill in the blanks with the correct expression from the box. So what you have here, like the word different from, you have to use it 2 times, like like similar to and the same as. Okay. Do you know cheetahs, everyone? Cheetahs. It did the family of tiger, the family of tiger. Okay. And cheetahs are leopard. Okay. Both are a kind of cat, and both live in Africa. The cheetah has black spot on its fur. Okay. The leopard, however, in some ways, the cheetah is different from the leopard. The leopard, likes to live alone. The cheetahs like to live in a group. The hunting style of the leopard is also that of the cheetahs. The leopard hunts at night, while the cheetahs hunt during the day. Overall, both have similarities and differences. Okay, so this is just a short, the comparing between cheetahs and leopard. So now you have to use the word different from, similar to, and the same as to fill in the blank. So are you ready, everyone? Let's check your answer. So the first one we complete like similar to. So cheetahs and are similar to leopards, right? Number 2, the cheetah has black spot on its fur, the same as leopard. Okay, that's same. Number 3 we have already completed, and now go to number 4. The hunting style of the leopard is also different from that of cheetahs. Okay, so the right answer for number 1, similar to. Number 2, the same as. Number 3, different from, and number 4, different from. Okay. Okay, everyone. So now it came to the end of your lesson today, and the teacher would like you to remember again that in the comparison paragraph we have again like point by point organization, we have like block organization, and sometimes we use advantages and disadvantages paragraph writing in the comparing paragraph also. And don't forget to use the signal word like contrast to signal and the comparison signal. Okay. So now teacher would like to say thank you very much for your paying attention, and see you again, everyone. Having a very good holiday, everyone. Goodbye.